how do you think the CEC will create a legacy for esports?
I think it just needs to happen once. Like once it happens once, people will realize that esports is actually a real thing. Like if you're not a gamer, you don't really know about all the competitions that are already on. You don't really know about your ESL with your CSGO, your Dota, your League, your Rocket League. It's not mainstream sort of media in the UK. Whereas if you're a gamer, you obviously have Twitch and you have YouTube and you have all the different sites. But once it's on like alongside the Commonwealth Games, I think a lot of people will sort of be like, oh, so this is a thing. This is, wow, okay. This isn't just people sitting in a warm, smelly room playing PlayStation for 20 hours a day.
What I could say is that certainly in Northern Ireland, like I said, it's in its infancy, and we have Michael Smith who's driving a lot of the esports over here, but because there's no funding from the government, then it obviously relies on private funding, so that there's obviously a big push there to try and get private funding. And if the CEC makes this a massive success, then obviously the private funding will more than likely come forward a lot easier and be able to entice into the competition. Certainly in Northern Ireland, we have a couple of teams, but I don't think we have the kind of rates that say like the English teams would have, or certainly some of the international teams, certainly in Asia and stuff. And it's only a matter of time before it explodes. So if the CEC tap into that, and especially in Northern Ireland, I think it could be massive.
Hopefully it'll show everyone that esports is here to stay. It's not just a phase, and from this we can get new sponsors, new involvement from other companies, just continue to grow on this.
I mean, I think it's a start. Like something like this, it doesn't come around often, and hopefully, in future years, it'll be there'll be another event like this.
I hope that it'll provide more of a sort of competitive scene for Dota and things in particular, British esports scenes and particularly some sort of grassroots things have been somewhat lacking over the years. So attracting a new audience in and being able to build up a sort of grassroots foundation is something that seems pretty exciting.
Well, esports in the UK, for me at least, has always been somewhat lacking compared to like some other countries, especially if you go to like China and Korea and stuff like that. The UK have always been a little behind, so I'm hoping for the CEC, that kind of recognition of the Commonwealth, people know it so well, will get more people interested, more people just investigating what esports is. I know even amongst my friends, when I mentioned what I'm doing, they've said, oh, I didn't even know esports was something that people watched like regularly. They didn't know what it was. So I'm hoping after this, the legacy of the CEC will be the starting point of wider recognition of esports around the UK.